Hey, 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 my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love coming at you with a review for Power Book 2, episode number 3. Let's just start with last week where we left off. Tasha, she went ham and fired her lawyer. We had the Queen Pen, Monique, trying to get a little information on Tyreek, trying to figure out where he's coming from, what his game is. We also got a brief introduction to Mr. Lorenzo Tejada last week. Just got a little information on what he's doing and where he's going to be for the rest of his life. Now, can we talk about how this episode started out? Oh my God, we started out with Kane. Bobby! It's Bobby Brown for me. I'm sorry. He'll always be Bobby Brown to me. But let's talk about Kane. You know, he's came out in typical Kane fashion, running the rounds with his brother, collecting the pay for their mom, the Queen Pen, Miss Monet, and roughing up those who were coming up short. So him and his brother that's the regular routine for them, but for some reason the dad decided that he wanted his brother Drew to play the role that Kane generally plays, and go collect from this crew that they were having money with, or go straighten this crew that they were having problems with. And of course, Miss Monet didn't agree with that, so she told Kane to follow him, you know, just to be backup. And he needed backup. Of course, he didn't like this, so the relationship between the two of them is going to change up a little bit. And I'm thinking it might be a Cain Abel sort of thing. Nevertheless, you know, you never know. Drew might come through in the end and take Cain out. You never know. We just have to watch and see. Now let's talk about this relationship between Diana Tejada and Tejada and Tyreek. You know, you can see that it's kind of obvious that she's got this thing going for Tariq. But for me, Tariq is just trying to get in. Whatever way he can get into this family, he's trying to do it. And her mom has already warning her, stay away from this kid, you know. Everybody around him ends up dead or in jail. Meanwhile, though, she's sort of getting in cahoots with Tariq. She's, you know, put him on the payroll. So he'll now be working for her. And I thought it was kind of interesting the way he, you know, came to her, and it looks like it was quite easy for me. Just open up this bag of money and showed her, and I do this in a couple hours, you know. What do you think? Put me on. And of course there were some other stipulations, but in the end, you know, now he's working for her. He's on their payroll. So of course, you know, that means that he's going to now get in touch with Braden, and he and Braden are going to be running the campus and selling these street pharmaceuticals on campus to make as much money as he possibly can in as quick as amount or as soon as he possibly can, in an effort to raise money for his mom, of course, to get her out of jail or you know, some kind of defense as soon as possible. So his mom, I guess, thinks she can help herself too. You know, speaking of his mom, she has the idea that she can get on the stand and speak for herself at her trial, other than letting her attorneys do that for her. So her attorney decided to come up with this sort of mock trial to put her on trial, just to see, so she can see how it really happens in the courtroom. In the first part of it, Tasha seemed to be doing okay, but ironically, this attorney whom she fired last week is the prosecutor for this mock trial. And once she got on her, Tasha kind of cracked. You know, she failed. She didn't do very well at all, and all 12 jurors found her guilty. So this may change her mind about wanting to be on trial. You know, to be on the stand on the trial, in the trial. And another notable thing I thought that we should mention is that we got the real introduction to Mr. Lorenzo Tejada himself this week, and he and his wife had a conjugal visit. You know, they had the pillow talk. She told him what's going on and the new hiree in Tyreek, and he sort of stepped forth and made a few phone calls, and even made one to Tasha to warn her, to let her know your boy is working for me, and if he doesn't come through and do what he needs to do, we can get rid of him. And I always want to talk about the new characters. I'm not too sure about these two that they introduced into the story. That you got this Professor Jabari who has a problem with Tariq for whatever reason, and then this Lauren who has a thing for Tariq. You know, she wants so much to help him. So we don't know who these characters are and what their role will be, you know, later on in the show. But it's always interesting and good to know that, hey, we've got all these extra characters and, you know, a lot of different venues, different ways that they can go. So let me know if you have any predictions for the show, anything that you thought was extra special for the show. And as always, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, put comments down in there in this comment section. Let me know how you feel about it so we can keep this content going. And as always, thank you for watching. This has been Queen Amina Black Love. Much love and peace to you all. Good night.